Hello, beautiful people. What's going on, ATW family? I have a new video for you. And in today's video, we're going to learn and discuss idioms that begin with the letter A, like amazing, like America, like anomaly, all right? If you don't know what an idiom is a word or group of words that do not have a literal meaning. So for example, this is my thumb. And if my thumb was green, the idiom would be green thumb. That's an example of an idiom. My thumb is not green. If it was, I would need to seriously seek medical attention. That is example. Green thumb is an example of an idiom that basically means a person who is good at gardening or taking care of plants. So again, in this video, I have some idioms that begin with the letter A. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give you an opportunity to guess what the idiom is. I'm going to describe the idiom, explain the idiom, and then use the idiom in a sentence. All right? I have about 5 idioms for you that begin with the letter A. So with that being said, are you ready? Are you ready? Listen, before we get into the idioms, click on that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you've been part of the ATW family for a while, you know what I believe, sharing is caring. And we are a team where together everyone achieves more. So let's get into our first idiom. This idiom means something that seems to be bad, but in actuality, it's a good thing, or the situation turns out to be good. It's an idiom that begins with the letter A. Do you know what it means? The idiom is a blessing in disguise. So, for example, I could sit back and say, losing that job a year ago was a blessing in disguise. Why? Because it forced me to start my own business, and now I love it. So a blessing in disguise, something that you think was actually a bad thing, but it turns out to be a good thing. Our second idiom that begins with the letter A, like amazing. Did you know you're amazing? All right, so this idiom means something that is very common or particularly valuable. And I'll give you a clue. It's associated, if you think the number 12 and think about a particular coin. The idiom is a dime a dozen. So a dime a dozen, again, something that is particularly valuable or common. So for example, I could say, when I used to live in New York City, I could say cheap souvenirs are a dime a dozen. All right? Our next idiom. Oh, I love this idiom. Now, this idiom has to deal with people. And it's a person that really talks tough, and they have a lot of bravado and aggressiveness. They talk tough, but there's really no action associated with it. Do you know what the idiom is? I'll give you a clue. It's something that a dog does. And no, the idiom is all bark and no bite. All bark and no bite. So for example, I could say, listen, don't be afraid of your boss or your manager. They're all bark and no bite. So bark and then bite. Why did I bite myself? I don't know. All right. Idiom number 4. This idiom means to do something immediately and without hesitation. The idiom is, do you know? At the drop of a hat. at the drop of a hat. So, for example, you need help with your achieving your English goals or your business goals. Listen, I'll help you. All at a drop of a hat. All you need to do is subscribe. All right? And our last idiom. Oh, I love this idiom. This idiom has to deal with the heart and love. And the idiom means it's like someone that you value, that you cherish, that you really value. For example, you, the ATW family, I'll give you another clue. It's a fruit. And if you eat this fruit, it's kind of like a blank keeps the doctor away. That's another, right? That's another idiom. But it has to deal with love and a heart and a fruit that is red. What's the idiom? Apple of my eye. That's right, you, the ATW family, are the apple of my eye. Do you feel the same way about Teacher Will? You don't have to. But if you do, that's nice. So there you have it, 5 idioms that begin with the letter A. Remember, idioms are used in English. Just like you have idioms in your mother tongue, you also have idioms in English. And what I encourage you to do is, hey, either one or all of the idioms, make it part of your life. Comment below, make a sentence, right? Why is your father the apple of your eye, or your wife, right? Don't be all bark and no bite. Possibly watching this video is a blessing in disguise. And you could also sit back and saying like, oh, well, finding a business coach or English coach is a dime a dozen, but be careful if you're gonna look or find a teacher or a coach, make sure they meet your particular requirements. All right? I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, click on that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that when I drop a video, you are made aware of it. Until next time, keep believing in yourself and keep learning.